Well, hi! How are you? How darn tootin' are you? Happy to see you. It's been a wee while, not gonna lie. It's been a long while since I've came on here. There's so much to update you on it. I think I've just had the worst 3 months of my life. Hi! How are you? Hope you're good. I really hope you're good. If you don't know who I am, I'm India. Nice to meet you. I forgot what I was going to say. Hi, I'm India. Middlemass. It's nice to meet you. A wee cyber handshake. Love that. How are you? Are you good? I hope so. I really actually do hope so that you're okay. Because I know that it really do be shitty out there. Out here. Oh, it really do be. If you're not having a good day, I'm not sure how we turn that around. Honestly, if I knew that question, I would not be looking like this. Yeah. Tell you what though, I'm bloody comfy. And I'm hydrated. I've had a turmeric orange ginger shot. I'm just going down it. Okay, 1, 2. Holy fuck. Sorry. Whoa. Just got transported there. Okay, right, we're back on track. Health mode activated. Anyway, hi. How are you? I'm India. This is the first kind of introduction I'm trying to do. Not sure how this one's gonna work, I'm not gonna lie to you. This is more for me and my editing skills, which will need to come a long way within the coming months, because I just know that I'm gonna be so famous one day. No, I really don't want to be. I am doing this. Why am I doing this? This is a really good question. I kind of know the answer. It's a bit all over the place, but that's kind of me, you know? I'm just kind of all over the place all the time. Why am I doing this? I have just had the worst 3 months of my life. Being real now. I have just come out of what is probably the most traumatizing job I think I'll ever have. If anything wants to try and beat it, that is a 5-star face palm right there. Context, I just came from working in a 5-star hotel and spa. Can't forget about the spa. But I wasn't the spa, I was a bartender. Actually, more specifically, I was bar supervisor, which was just an empty term, to be quite honest with you. I was told I'd be supervising little minions to do the jobs that I couldn't necessarily do because my body is wasted. My body doesn't work the way that a normal 23-year-old body's supposed to work. I tell you, I've been in hospitality since I was 16 years old. 7 year of hardcore trauma. There's no other way to put it. I'm really good at being behind a bar. These shoulders be hurting from carrying the places that I've been working in, okay? And lo and behold, boy oh boy, did I carry this mother for three whole months of my life, to the day, not today. I handed in my notice on the 3rd month anniversary. I went, no, I'm not doing this for another 3 months, because I was only supposed to be there for 6 months, roughly. It was May till October. May, June, July, August, September, October. 6 months. I was supposed to be there for 6 months. Saving up, going travelling. Keep you posted on that one. It was a big deal because I needed to earn 6,000 roughly before I went travelling at the end of the year, because I am still going travelling. I have about half of that, so that's gonna be fun. We're gonna deal with that when we deal with it. So I really had the incentive to stick this bitch out because it was good money. It was a lot of hours, you know, as many hours as I wanted to work, which turned out, well, actually want is a very strong word. It required to. Probably a little bit more there. 60 to 65 hours a week. Yeah. That means your gal was doing like 12 to, what was the longest shift I did? Like 14 and a half hours a day, 5 days a week. Tell you something, time moved differently in that place. Craziness. There's gonna be a lot of moments where I'm just reflecting, because I've not fully processed this. I've come back home, right? Been sat on a sofa, trying not to cry for a week. It's been rough. It's been it's been a challenge. Like, coming home and knowing what I now know about that place, and trying to sort of relive that and telling people why you're so sort of anxious and depressed. Because my anxiety, wow, sky high. It would seem a weird adjustment to start a YouTube channel, like weird, because it's social anxiety. Wow. Context. I was living there. This wasn't just a job, it was a live-in job. So I moved approximately 2 hours away from where I am right now. I uprooted everything, I packed a bag, and I fucked off to the castle. And it was a good idea. In the beginning, I was so full of nerves though. Big thing with me, I'm such a listener of my intuition. Like my gut, she always goddamn right. And when I tell you that this entire process had my gut doing cartwheels, and I was just like, no, it's fine. It's a 5-star hotel. I had this imaginary thought, this imagination going on, being like, well, every job you're going to have to learn. You're going to go in, everywhere's going to have to teach you how to do something, you know? I've never been a supervisor before. I was like, fuck it, I'll try, because, like, I be doing that, you know? Anyway, like, I'm good at it. Don't worry, like, fake it till you make it, you know? Like, it'll be fine. Nothing was ready. Nothing was fine. From that initial stomach doing cartwheels, that's been me. 3 months, my stomach still be doing cartwheels because of this place. And like, for the most part, I can't even fathom it. Like, I can't even think of it. Because it's so mental. It's just so crazy. Anyway, so this is like a live-in situation, okay? So it meant not only was I working 60 hours a week, I was also living with the people that I was then working with. This was a 24/7 gig. It was crazy. I thought I was quite a sociable person. I thought I was quite good at making friends. I did not make one goddamn friend. I mean, I made friends. There was nice people there. There was people that were nice, and that I was nice too. Other than that, no. I mean, they weren't my people. Fair enough. Up into the middle of like rural Scotland, into like a really touristy town. People that go and do these live-away jobs are not like your average typical people. Like, the reason I was doing it was to get the out of a city. 'Cause I'm probably not your typical person, but I am a little bit more typical than these people ended up being. Very strange, very uneducated. Now, again, I'm not the most educated. I'm not. I know some stuff, and I'm proud of what I know, but Lord save me. The conversations that I was having in this place were just not even conversations. There wasn't a back and forth, it was just people talking at people constantly. And being talked at is not something I enjoy. I like to be talked to, you know, back forth, people waiting, people listening. No such listening up there. And then I was somehow strange for listening, you know, because I was trying to listen, I was trying to really get my foot in the door with these people. Be nice, be kind, friendly, considerate, listen, be a good worker, make sure you're not treading on toes. All these little things that I had in my head. I was doing it, probably not the best. I was trying. Not too hard, because I found out that that's actually quite a bad thing. But just in general terms, weird people. And now, I kind of knew this walking into it. It was like, well, you're going to like 5-star hotel in the middle of buttfuck nowhere. People are going to be weird there, and it's going to be like strict and stricter. And like the thing that I was missing with the last job was like there was just no structure, there was no nothing. You were just kind of flung into the deep end every shift. You never knew what was going to happen. It was just craziness, right? Really unstable work environment, which I do not thrive in. Okay, this place, you're thinking 5-star hotel. There's going to be a shit ton of structure. There's going to be rules and regulations and a uniform. It turns out none of these things are true. The onboarding process, what's that? I don't know. Training, what's that? Any kind of integration into this castle? Can you not just do it? Now, when I say that is the attitude that I was actually given, I tell no word of a lie. When I said onboarding, they said, what? When I said training, they said, can you not do it? When I said help, they said, what for? I can't even describe to you how genuinely serious I'm being right now. So, yeah, for 3 months, I really tried to maintain a modicum of mental health. That did not work. I have not felt this utterly unhuman in years. I've been like reintroduced to my like mid-teenage self because like I was following literally all the same practices as my little 16-year-old self, like in terms of like the environment. Like it was quite close to school, like if you think about it, like because you're like living, working, breathing these people, and like everybody's trying to fit in, everybody's trying to be that kid, like the cool kid, and like everybody's smoking weed and drinking booze all day long, and like everybody's just being really super bitchy. And like that thing with high school where like one person finds out something 6 hours later the entire fucking school knows. Yeah, imagine that, but worse because it's fucking adults. It's adults. Like what? Crazy place. A crazy place. Fear of being in this place was so real and so apparent and so utterly encapsulating. I did not want to film anything. I did not want to be there. I did not want to be there. There's so much of it that I just I can't even comprehend. Like I can't even, I can't, it's not in there anymore because I feel like my brain went right back into PTSD mode, that kind of fight or flight. And then it just started repressing shit for me. It's like, oh, we've been here before. So now, 3 months later, I can barely remember a thing. I'm like really, really trying as well. I'm like trying to go through the days. And like, if I remember, that's fun. But it's not. It's not fun. It makes me feel really bad. And sad. And mad. And even more bad. So it's been a minute. I'm here. I'm back. It's been a weird adjustment. It has been, I'm not gonna lie. But all in all, it could be worse. Remember kids, eat your grapes. Do not go for the first option in terms of employment. Especially if they phone you 4 hours after you apply. Like especially. Don't do it. Listen to the red flags. See them. And go, I can do better. Why am I getting so freaked out about this? Hi! So, as you could probably tell, it's a new day. It's a new dawn. It's probably been a few days since I filmed that last video. I've had a lot of time to reflect, a lot of time to process. Been to Edinburgh in the meantime for the Fringe. It was very fun and completely what I needed, just that little breakaway. It's been a really strange transition back into normality. Getting real with you, coming from an environment that was so toxic and so heavy and social anxiety, it's been a very, very difficult transition. Getting to know my body, my spirit again. While I was at the castle, I lost a dress size, which for somebody with my physique is not healthy. I was promised breakfast, lunch and dinner while I was there. That did not happen. I was lucky if I got 1/2 meal a day because the vegetarian options were basically deep fried potato in various forms or a microwavable lasagna, which would have been about that size. That always made me feel sicker after eating it than before, which was quite an achievement if you ask me. So dealing with the physical side of my body again and sort of like relearning my body. None of my clothes fit anymore, which has been a very, very stressful turnaround. I was very comfortable with my body, and it's not to say that I'm not now. Yeah, and I understand that sounds so ew. Like ew. Yeah, I promise it's not. It's just my own dealings, my own brain, my own thoughts and feelings. So yeah, I think it's definitely brought back up a lot of questions about my youth and realizations from when I was younger, especially around that sort of like 15, 16, 17. There's a lot going on in my life at that point, and I think a lot of it was repressed, not thought about, not processed, because what 16-year-old is understanding that they need to process things, they need to feel their feelings. So yeah, it's I also feel genuinely bad for the people that are still there. There was some really good people there that are still having to deal with the monstrosity of such a business. Yeah, I've spoken to a few people since being there, and they say it's just about as bad as it was. I mean, it's only been like a week and a half since I came back or something like that, so it's really, I'm not expecting things are like any sort of miracles to have occurred. If anything, it seems to have gotten worse in terms of dodgy business practices, a lot of stock just disappearing. I don't know, I don't really want to say too much because I don't want this whole video to be like suable, which is actually quite, I was kind of deliberating with it. Oh, it'll be mine, it'll really mine. I don't have any money anyway, so sue me if you want. I will win Castle. Just said the name there. Anyway, kind of moving forwards, I'm at a bit of a loss in terms of what I want to do with my life. Age-old question. Tell me about it. Now, this is not something that I'm unfamiliar with. I've gone through hospitality for a long time. I'm now at a point in my life where I'm listening to my body and my brain and my soul. All, I try at least to be at the same time, and my body is screaming out for help. The pain that I felt in that place, it was debilitating. And I think it was the sort of stress of the situation, obviously, but I think when you go against your purpose and when you go against your sort of human design, if you want to say it in like those sorts of terms, it does have a really, really detrimental physical effect. You do start experiencing a lot of pain, and mine was located in my shoulders, my back and my neck, which is fine. It's not fine, I always say that. It's like, oh, it's fine. But it got to the point where I couldn't breathe at points around the pain. I couldn't stand up, I couldn't see. I started seeing like sort of black and red in the corner of my vision. I'm like, that's not okay. It's just not okay. And the load that I was putting on my body, it was just unsustainable. Me trying to keep that up for however long it would be might have actually like unalived me. I don't really know. I've never experienced anything like it, and I pray to never experience anything like it again. So now I'm at this sort of crossroads where I don't really know what I'm doing. I don't really know what to do. I know that in myself, I want to express myself and my love for life. I want to meet people. I want to start believing in humanity again and start seeing what I could potentially do if I put my mind to it, which might be a whole load of nothing, but like at the same time we're kind of hoping. But there's so many avenues, and I think in this sort of day and age where there's such a saturation of opinions and thoughts and feelings and like hacks and side hustles and this is how you like earn like 5k in a day and like blah, blah, blah. This is how you become a million, a billion, a gazillionaire. Like it's so much like clickbaity nonsense out there, and it's honestly, it's so confusing because it's getting to the point now where I understand that I don't want to work a physical job anymore. It's not where my heart lies. I love people, and I know that I love people just because of all the customer service aspects of the jobs that I've done, and I thrive in it. Like, wow. I just like to be nice, and I like to make people feel good. So I'm kind of at this point where it's like, wow, let's start a YouTube channel. I've not really spoken to a lot of people about it. There's a couple of people obviously that I've told, and they think it's a really, really good idea because obviously they know me personally and I'm a little bit silly, a little bit goofy, but like that's so cringe, I'm so sorry, but like I can talk for hours. And I know that actually that's going to be to my detriment because editing. But it's fine. I know some stuff. I've gone through the ringer in life, you know. I wasn't dealt like the best set of cards like when I was younger and stuff, and that's okay. Okay, we try not to be resentful about it here. This is a land of take responsibility, give responsibility back to who needs it, and get on with your life. This has been my mantra for the last few years, and honestly it's saved me a lot of stress. Yeah, I'm kind of at a weird point of like reflection, introspection, kind of going through asking myself a lot of questions, a lot of like deep diving like with my journal and stuff like that, and sort of asking myself like, what do I really want from this life? Because I think at the end of the day we're only here for a little bit, and it wouldn't make sense to sort of go against the agency that you could have in terms of bringing, instead of like using yourself to create the assets, the money, the resources, blah, 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 sort of like using yourself to then like go back in the way and like to really like become your own thing, you know, like your own brand, your own business. And these are like really big words for me right now. I've never ever seen or thought of myself as like a business owner, but now I'm starting to. Not even kind of, but like I'm starting, the seed has been planted, and I'm trying not to let it freak me out, but I am definitely, there's a lot going on, but there's hope for the future. There is so much hope for the future, and it's the most, why am I getting emotional? Wow, I can feel my eyes starting to get spiky. I can feel this kind of pull that I've not felt in a long time. Probably over like a year, and it's something that I've been really missing, and something that I've been really wondering, like, where did that spark go, sort of back in like 2021, and it's been a weird journey. It's this kind of like spiritual versus reality, and obviously if you know anything about spirituality, it's that it doesn't actually have a basis for like what we have actually got going on right now, sort of system wise. But that's okay, because these things can change, all right? Not like ridiculously so, but I don't know. I feel like this is a really good starting point, and I'm excited. So come along for the ride. I don't really know what you say to this bit. Please, for the love of God and all things holy moly, stand up to yourself in terms of what jobs you're willing to do. Because I thought I stood up for myself when I did the interview and when I first started, and I just got walked over. It was just everything I'd said I wasn't willing to do. I then just said yeah, and I hurt myself in the process. So please, if there's anything that you can take away from this really kind of all over the place video, it is just have a little bit more respect for yourself and what you're willing to do, like setting boundaries, because I'm finding out really quickly that setting boundaries is actually something I really struggle to do, and I thought I was quite good at it. Turns out I'm a massive people pleaser. Just, if you have opportunities like this coming towards you and it seems a little bit too good to be true, be okay in the fact that it probably is. You know, it can be such a scary cut off of, no, this is a red flag, but I'm still going to go for it. It can be, I understand that it's nearly impossible to sort of turn around and be like, no, I'm going to wait. Because especially in those times where the red flags matter the most is probably when you're in like the tightest of spots, just like myself. So yeah, have self-respect and set boundaries, and you know what, at the end of the day, it's all gonna be okay. Moving on, I'm gonna leave it there. Honestly, this has been so fun. I'm really enjoying this. I don't even know why, it's just so fun. I'm like, wow, it's like, I don't know, I'm really enjoying this. This is really
fun. I like this. Like, I feel so much better. Holy moly. Yeah, cool. I'm gonna leave it there. I hope you enjoyed. If you want to like and subscribe, that would be really cool, really chill. If not, that's also cool. That's also chill. It's your choice, okay? Again, say no if you want to say no. But then say yes if you want to say yes, okay? It's all about self-respect, right? I think. Or gaining self-respect. Something like that. Something like that. But yeah, this has been super fun talking to you. Even though, like, nobody sees this, I wish you the best day. And, like, the best life. Like, as much energy as I can put into that. And, like, as much... I don't even know if that does anything. I really hope it does, but I really hope you're having a good life, right? You're eating, you're sleeping, you're breathing, you're surviving. Take care of yourself. I wish you luck, and I hope you wish me the same. Okay. Goodbye.